So you receive new buttons for the M28. They should look like this. Let's see if we can have the shiny. You see the shiny epoxy on it, and it should be a little bit countersunk when it comes to the cavity there. So this is version 4, and this is what you're looking for. Really important that there is like a countersunk, that they're like a pond. Because if they are even or if they are clear epoxy, it doesn't work. So you get a Torx 6, you take this screw out, and then you remove the button to see if it's corroded or whatever. And normally when you take it out, the spring or the spring will attach to the magnet. So just keep in mind not to lose the screw and not to lose the magnet. And then you can see that this one is old. This one does not look good. It's matte. And if I look clearly, I think that it's corroded a little bit because this computer actually is behaving funny. So I take my new button, I place the spring like this. That's the easiest way actually. You can just let it go and just insert it in here because the spring should fall into the small hole inside there. Now the bottom is here. But what now is the crucial thing is that on this one you have an M3 thread. And the problem is now that with the screw, if you're trying to use a normal Allen key, you will have a big problem. Because you're actually threading the screw into the plastic. So it really needs to be a Torx 6 where you have like a firm push as you thread in. So push in the button a little bit so you can see the hole. And then you look here. And once you align the screw to the hole, you push firmly at the same time as you are threading it. And don't miss here now, because it's very easy to damage the hole. It's good if you are at the hole. Here we are with the hole. Push it. I push it with my hand at the back, and then I'm just screwing, rotating it with my fingers because it needs to be a firm push. And then you can feel that it's softly going into threads. But if you are losing control here, you will damage the button. And the buttons are $70 each. And then you go for a countersunk. It should not be sticking out. And there should be no gap between the head of the screw and the plastic down here. But don't over tight it. If you over tight it, you will damage the screw or damage the plastic, and it will just go bananas. And I suspect that this is the same. And since I have two buttons here, we will just have a look. Let's have a look. We take the button out, and here we can see directly that this is version 2 or version 3 because it's flat and you can even see the rust on the outside. So this needs to be changed. Black shiny one with the countersunk hole. Easy guidance. Putting the spring here is actually the easiest part. You can drop it down into this hole here and make it go correctly, or make it be correctly inserted. And of course this is not, it was not an intention for this to be easy. There it is. Now we have it here. And then we put the small screw on the Torx 6. We aim for the hole. You see the hole there, and it's unthreaded, so it's like a 2.5mm hole in the plastic. And we need to make sure that we got the thread right. And now I just dropped the screwdriver. It's not easy to work with two hands when you should be needing 4 or something to make a video and fixing these things. I'm getting there. So bear in mind that the buttons are expensive. If you get version 4 on warranty, or if you buy new buttons, make sure that you are pushing firmly. I see I'm pushing here with my palm while turning with the fingers. And if you use like a normal L-shaped Allen key, you will not succeed in this. And suddenly you will feel that the thread is catching up, and continue to push, because if you just rotate, you will damage the plastic and $70 will go down the drain. And then when you feel at the end some resistance, you just stop. Flush, maybe a little bit more because I can see it sticking out a little bit, but it's better to leave it a little bit from the edge, because when you come here at the end, it's super easy to overthread it. And when you overthread it, this thread will just go bananas and you will just have ruined the button. So now I have 2 fresh buttons installed. This one needs to be a little bit, I think there are some salt crystals and stuff inside there. Yeah. Let's rinse this one in water and it will work perfectly. Good.